Benoit here with Lucas Pokraka, and this is SHS This Month.
Episode 1. First up, we have Ava Fortes Rodriguez's voting public service announcement.
Here are the reasons why you should vote. The main reasons that you should vote is people have died defending the right to vote. You do not want to take your rights for granted. Voting also decides who is in charge of your country, and that plays into many things. Depending on who you should vote for impacts your taxes, jobs, and education systems. When you vote, it improves the comfort for your country because the person that you can vote for has either the same similar ideas as you, which is a good thing. You can vote at a local voting office.
Next on is Kyle Peliquin's interview with Mr. Landsman.
I'm Kyle Peliquin, and I interviewed the new Dean of Discipline, Mr. Landesman, for SHS this month. How are you enjoying Stoughton so far?
Oh, it's quite nice, actually. Everyone here is very professional. They care what they're doing. Administrators, teachers, students are great. I know everyone doesn't always look forward to coming back for another school year, students, but it's good to see everyone in the swing of things. And it's just, it's a good environment. It's a good environment here.
What exactly led you to this career, Mr. Landesman?
It's a very good question. Well, I just got into teaching in 2016. So I was not in education before that at all. I worked, my first job out of college, I worked for the Boston Red Sox for a few years. And then after that, I was at a sports statistics company for a few years. And then I worked at a big corporation in corporate America, one of my two jobs in corporate America. And then I got into municipal recreation and the town recreation departments. I was a recreation director for a little bit. Worked as a manager of athletics at a community college in Western Mass. And then got into a couple startups in the during that time too. And as with most startups, it's hard to stay around for a while. They don't last very long, and there's big turnover. So I was there for about a half a year, which was kind of a long time, actually. And my wife came to me one day and said, you know what? This job opening I saw at Grafton High School for a business teacher, this is you. You need to apply for this job. And I did. And it was a great match. Because a successful career comes down to a personality match. All right, that's how it goes. And it was perfect for me. And the natural path, next step out of a classroom, is to be an administrator, and that's how I got here.
All right. What is your favorite part of education?
I would say connecting with the students and other faculty and staff, because it's, as with most things in life, it's about relationships. And everyone who's here is here for the same reasons, right? And that allows people to connect better, and being able to help out with really important thing in life, education, at a very important phase of life, this high school age. So that's what sort of favorites for me.
Name one goal that you have for the upcoming school year.
One goal. I had a bunch of them, but I would say I want to get to as many events as I can to see as many students as I possibly can, whether it's sporting events, theater, you name it. I want to get around to all these and see as many people doing their thing as much as possible. That's a big goal of mine.
All right. That concludes our interview. Thank you, Mr. Landesman.
Thank you.
Next up is Emma Benoit and Lucas Pokraka, or us, our section on the fashion at the Emmys. Hello, I'm Lucas Pokraka, joined here with Emma Benoit, and today in this segment we will be discussing the world's biggest night in television, the 2022 Emmy Awards.
The Emmys are an extension range of awards for artistic and technical merit in the television industry, but me and Lucas are going to strictly be talking about the fashion from that night.
All right, so our first look that we're going to be looking at is Euphoria's Zendaya, and here she is seen wearing a gorgeous Valentino ball gown. What do we think?
I think this is just classic Zendaya. I really think it's basic, but she pulls it off the best.
It's simple, but it's very elegant.
Yeah.
I love the way her whole neck is exposed, and like
Yeah.
it just the necklace and the hair, it all complements her very nicely.
Yeah, and I also like the bottom of the dress, the tail?
Yeah, the tail.
Yeah. No, yeah, it like is really pretty like a gown.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
All right, next on the roster is Ozark's Julia Garner. She is seen here wearing a velvet and floral embroidered Gucci dress.
All right, so what do we think?
I absolutely hate this dress. Like, ugliest thing I've ever seen.
I don't hate it, but it's not. It could have been better.
Okay,
The cutout
yeah.
in the middle is very interesting. It's a choice.
Yeah.
She looks very like professional and very like, you know, like she looks like she's going to the Emmys, but it's still very, I don't know, I'm questioning it a bit.
Like the diamond like in the middle of her stomach I just think is really unflattering. I think she could have like really picked a better dress that complemented like her body. I just think like it was really
The look
really
as a
ugly.
whole, like it all goes together. Like I like the colors and the makeup and the hair, and like the heels match the dress great, and
Yeah.
they give her lots of height. But
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Next up is one of this generation's favorite male actors. He has had an amazing past few years in his career, and here he is seen wearing an all-white suit by Zegna. So what do we think of this?
I think it's kind of basic. I honestly
I think it's basic, but in the best way.
But no, yeah, I think like it really suits him and his style for sure.
Yeah, I love the sunglasses. Sunglasses are a nice touch. It seems like he has a fake tan, but the fake tan is working. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not too much where it's
totally.
like, all right, but it's like it just
Yeah.
it works for him.
Yeah, and like you need to be tan when you're wearing like something white. So
Exactly.
I
So
think he looks good.
I see where he was going for, and
Yeah.
he did a good job. So
Yeah.
I'll give him the thumbs up on that.
And then the final look for this segment is Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria and White Lotus. She's wearing a custom Oscar de la Renta dress.
All right, what do we think?
Oh, I just love her. She looks like so stunning.
She looks great.
And
She always looks great.
I think this is the perfect example of like a flattering dress, like the Julia Garner, not flattering at all. But she just really like this dress just looks so good on, and I love the detailing on the.
Yeah, like the little flowers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's really pretty. I like the color. The color flatters her very well.
Yes.
Her hair, her makeup. It's very calm, but it's perfect.
Yes.
I like the only thing that bothered me just a tiny bit. Is just I think the back is a little weird, but it works. But it's just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But she still looks great. She rocks it.
No, it was. It was like giving Met Gala.
But she can rock whatever she's wearing. So
Yeah.
I'll give her an A+ for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for gossiping with us about the 2022 Emmy looks, and make sure to join us next time. We're staying.
Yay! Next, we have the SHS Sports Hub podcast with Tag, Timmy, Sean, and Liam.
Welcome to the Stoughton Sports Hub. We'll be talking about the past month of sports. First off, we're starting with the NFL, week 1 and 2. We're going to start with the Pats review. Tim, you want to start us off?
So I think the Patriots week 1 and 2. Week 1 at Miami, we didn't play too good. Kendrick Bourne got 2 snaps. The 1 snap he got, he did good, but just 2 snaps ain't gonna cut it for him in this offense. Week 2, we barely got going. We pulled up the dub, but just barely. So as long as the defense keeps playing well, offense pick it up a little, I think we'll have a mediocre season. 9-8.
What are we thinking?
They picked it up week 2 versus the Steelers. I think the offense is just getting lucky, though. They didn't look good against Miami. I think we didn't deserve to beat the Steelers. Not that they played good, but I don't think that we played a good game. I like what I'm seeing with Jacoby Myers and Mac. Mac looked pretty good, made a few mistakes here and there. Overall, not too bad, though.
Yeah,
I think Ravens would definitely be tough, but
Week 1 performance, I think their offense was very lousy and weak. Week 2, I think they got lucky and pulled out the win.
Yeah, agreed. All right, next off, we got the Bills probably going to win the AFC East. No shocker there. Josh Allen, balling. The whole team just, they killed the Rams. They didn't kill them, but, like, they basically did. Like, the Rams didn't put up a fight against them. What are we thinking? We'll just say AFC East. Like,
AFC East, definitely the Bills. I think Miami just beat the Ravens, so they look pretty good for the second spot over the Pats. But yeah, no, the Bills, Super Bowl favorites. Definitely the team to beat.
All right. Let's talk about the Bengals. Went for the Super Bowl last year, Super Bowl finalist, and 0-2 to start this year. Just lost to the Cowboys with Cooper Rush as their starting QB. How are we thinking about that?
I think the Bengals are looking pretty weak offensive line-wise. I think if they got that settled down, they'd be a more scarier team. Joe Burrows looking good, completing passes. A lot of turnovers week 1, but he's sorting that out. Defensive-wise, I think they got to work on a little bit more, stopping the run.
I don't know. I think it's a Super Bowl hangover. They don't look good right now. They didn't have a good O-line last year, so I don't know what the problem is right now. I mean, Cowboys, to their credit, good defense, good pass rush. So not a team you want to play against when you have a bad O-line, but I think they'll figure it out at some point, and they'll probably come around. But right now, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, rough. Sean, anything?
Personally, I just don't care about any of the other NFL teams, and I hope the Patriots can turn it on.
Understandable. All right, last for the NFL, we're going to say Super Bowl predictions. I'll start us off. I'm going to go generic. I'm going to go Bills just because I don't see a team beating them right now, just how they're playing. We'll see tonight against the Titans. I mean, if the Titans do anything, I'll kind of be shocked. But Bills, and I got Bucks just because you can't go against the GOAT. Brady's doing it. He finally won in New Orleans this weekend. And yeah, I think Tampa's going to take it if I had to bet.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I think the AFC runs through the Chiefs. I think the whole NFL really runs through the Chiefs right now. I don't see anybody stopping Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill left, but their receivers still look like the greatest core on earth. And NFC-wise, I see Buccaneers. I think it's going to be Chiefs, Bucks, and I'll go with Chiefs taking it all.
All right.
I got the Bucks winning it all. No one's going to take down Tom Brady. I think Dolphins are going to come up lucky and make it there and get smoked by the Bucks.
AFC, Bills or Chiefs. I'm going to go Bills. Probably make the Super Bowl. NFC, I think the Bucks will make it to the NFC Championship, and I think the Vikings will also make it to the NFC Championship, but the Bucks will win, I think. Bills, Bucks, Super Bowl, Bills.
All right. So I think we all kind of have similar teams, but on to college football. All right, so right now we got Georgia at 1, Bama at 2. There's been 2 weeks of games, or maybe even 3. I think 3 weeks of games. And start us off, Georgia's Georgia. Same as last year, they're just killing teams left and right. Bama almost lost to Texas because Texas is back.
Oh,
We're back. We're rolling. What do we think about that? What do we think about Texas,
is
Bama?
Texas back? I think Texas was back, and I think now that Quinn Ewers is hurt, Texas is not back.
Okay.
I'll have to agree. I think Texas is getting lucky. I think Quinn Ewers, their starting QB, getting out, just got to knock them out.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need – Card's going to have to perform well if they want any chance to be, like, top 25 still. They're going to have to wait for Ewers to get healthy again. Let's say college football championship predictions. I'm not going to start us off, to be honest. I'm going to need a second to think about that.
I'll go with Georgia. I think their defense is too good. As long as the offense produces, I see them as the team to beat.
I'm going to go Alabama. I think Bama's going to take it back. I could see them playing Georgia again, just like last year, but I think Bama will win the chip this year.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sam. I'm going to go Bama. They got Nick Saban, probably the best college football coach of all time, as of right now. Just, Georgia's good, but he always finds a way to win. I mean, Bryce Young just pulled something like somehow beat Texas when nothing was going for them, and like over 100,000 people there. So yeah, let's go Bama.
I have to agree with Tag and Liam with Alabama. I think their coaching staff is unbeatable. I think they're going to take it home, probably playing Georgia.
6, we got the committee going to 12 teams. So what are our thoughts on that?
Great, good. I think they needed it. Glad to see it happen. I think they're honestly losing out on money and advertising, expanding the playoffs to a broader platform for more people to tune in and watch. It also just keeps more fans engaged. I think obviously more teams will make it in. I think it gives everyone more of a fair shot because, you know, to be a top 4 team, you kind of just have to be like a notorious powerhouse team. So there's really no Cinderella story for that low seed to make a move.
I'm agreeing with that. I think having the 4 teams is always like the 5 and 6 who are like, oh, we should have made it. Like a team like Cincinnati a few years ago, like, oh, we should have made it. Then they go in and get killed. But like given 12 teams, you got 12 against 1. You never know what can happen. I think it's going to be like 3 rounds of games.
Yep.
So it'll be more fun, definitely. Teams like higher seed teams playing each other more, which you don't see a lot. So that's great.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I like the new playoff format a lot better. I think there's a lot more opportunity, like Liam said, and gives a lot of other teams chances because the top 4 teams are usually just the ones you expect, and it's like the same outcome and same playoff formats every year to come.
All right, lastly, we're going to talk about baseball. I'm just going to be honest. The Red Sox are terrible. I don't even want to talk about this right now, but Vice kind of told me to talk about baseball. So, yeah, the Red Sox are terrible. I'm just going to be honest. I still hate the Yankees. The Yankees are terrible too. But I don't know. You guys got it from here.
I think the Red Sox are a hot mess. I think their MLB roster is mostly AAA, or AA. I think Bobby Delbick needs to go, as much as I love him. A lot of injuries, and with people contracts expiring this year, I don't see us really picking it up. Alex Cora has a lot to figure out, and hopefully next year will be better.
I mean, they've lost by 20 runs multiple times this season. It's pretty embarrassing to be an MLB team losing by 20 runs. I think if the Stoughton High baseball team wanted to go up against them now, we could take them down.
All right, and Bruins. Sean, what are we thinking about the season?
Bruins, personally, I think they're going to have a great run this year. Have a healthy lineup, bringing back Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak. Best line in the NHL. I think their defense is going to be strong, and then both goaltenders will be huge for us this year.
Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion, but I love playoff hockey. It's the only time I watch it, so I hope the Bees are in there.
Agreed. All set?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for watching the Stoughton Sports Hub. We'll see you next time.
I'm Eugene,
I'm Dylan.
and welcome to Sports Hub, where we talk about sports.
Good evening, and welcome to Stoughton Sports Hub, where we talk about sports. First of all, let's get started with the Patriots going to play the Packers this week. What are your thoughts?
I'm not feeling too good this weekend. I think without Mac Jones, we're not going to be able to pull out the win versus Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I just don't think we can do it.
I believe in Brian Hoyer. I think people are not giving him enough credit, and I feel like we can pull this off and win against the Packers. And I heard that Mac Jones is going to be out for like 7 weeks, so it's going to be a big loss, but I do believe in Brian Hoyer. What are your thoughts on AFC this year? Who do you think is going to win?
I think the best team in the AFC is going to be the Bills. I think they're going to win the AFC and ultimately go to the Super Bowl this year.
I feel like the Chiefs should be in that conversation. Although they don't have Tyreek Hill now, I think they're still a great team, and they're going to probably win the AFC, in my opinion. Let's move on to some basketball. And what are your thoughts on the Celtics this year?
I think the Celtics got a pretty good shot this year at going to the finals again. I think their team really improved.
I think the Celtics, they are not going to make it to finals this year. I mean, they have a new head coach for this year, and their free agency signing, Gallinari, he's out, and Robert Williams, he's not going to be able to play for like half of the season, I'm pretty sure. And unless Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can play together, but they couldn't last year, so I don't think they're going to be able to play together this year. I don't think they're going to make it to playoffs. And now let's talk about some soccer. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup this year?
I think Portugal's going to win the World Cup because they're a pretty good team. So, yeah.
I think it's between Portugal and Argentina. I think Argentina, they have a solid squad. Their defense is fabulous. They got Messi, of course. I think it's going to be a great season. And this year, I think Argentina, they're going to win this year. Thanks for joining us at Solon Sports Hub, and we're going to come back next week again.
And our final segment is Sean Farley's interview with SHS football captains Tag and Timmy.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with varsity football captains Tag and Timmy. What are your goals for this season? Tag?
I think, first off, our goal is to make the playoffs. We have to have a great season to do that. You know, we have a strong strength of schedule, which will help us, but at the end of the day, we got to win games to get there, and we have to take it one game at a time.
All right. Timmy?
I think our biggest goal is to build and be a competitive team, be able to compete whoever we play with and hang with whoever we're out on the field with.
Tag, what did the team do well in week 1 to take down Norwood?
I think there was two major things we did well week 1. First of all, we had no turnovers, no interceptions, and no fumbles, so that's great. You know, we keep the ball in our hands. And second of all, I think our defense was huge. Third quarter, we let up some points, but besides that, we had a great start thanks to them, and we just played hard.
Timmy, after losing a 1-point game to Braintree in week 2, what are you guys planning to do this week to take down Hanover?
I mean, losing to a 1-point game is tough, and it all came down to mental errors, physical errors, turning the ball over and not keeping possession. So eliminate those mental, physical errors and keeping the ball. I think we're golden for Hanover.
Definitely. Timmy, what has been a big success on the offensive side of things?
I think the biggest success on the offensive side of things is just keeping our pace, being able to control and dictate the game a little bit, growing the snap count we want to go on, and controlling the game, managing it.
Who's been a big aspect?
I think it would be Thomas Laz. He's anchoring the offensive line. He's a captain, and he's someone we can all run behind.
Tag, who on the upcoming schedule are you most excited to see?
I think it's definitely Canton, you know, Thanksgiving, so it would be after playoffs and everything. Last game for seniors. It's a game we dream of as little kids, so we're just going to play hard and hopefully get that win, but yeah, Canton for sure.
Definitely. For the two other captains, Caden and Thomas, that couldn't be here today, good luck this week and the rest of the season. Thanks, boys. Back to SHS this month.
Thank you for watching SHS This Month, Episode 1.
And tune in next time for Episode 2.